Hi again, my name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and today I'm going to be doing one of my brand videos, but I have chose Easter as the topic instead of a specific brand, and then I tried to choose a whole lot of different manufacturers, different brands for Easter plush. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I should have done this several weeks ago, but at least it's going to still give you an idea of when you're out and about, don't just disregard some of the older plush, because some of the biggest ones that sold are the very old plush. So how I do this is I go into eBay. All of these are going to be eBay solds. And I filter by used, because that's what we're going to be finding mostly at yard sales, estate sales, thrift stores. And then I also filter by solds. And then I go in and I sort by highest priced. And then that's how I go about it. I use TerraPeak to confirm prices. I look at it to make sure I don't see that listing multiple times, like it didn't get paid for, it got relisted, it sold. And then for every single one of these items, I have gone into the seller's feedback to see if they were left positive feedback, if it's been relisted in the store. I check for that. So I'm doing the best due diligence that I can. I'm showing you items that I think were legitimate sales, none of those $10,000 ties. And I have marked each listing if positive feedback was left. If you don't see the little red writing on the listing, that means that the buyer didn't leave them positive feedback, but I still wanted to share the sale with you. If you're a buyer on eBay, leave your seller's feedback. That way it shows people like me that that was a legitimate sale, especially for the high dollar stuff. And a lot of the high dollar stuff did have feedback left. And for the really big dollar ones that I'm going to share with you, I made sure I only picked ones where there was positive feedback left. So hope that all made sense to you. So let me go ahead and pull up my screens. I picked $40 and up. I chose that mostly because I wanted to show you a different variety of brands for Easter. Now, of course, a lot of these are going to be rabbits, and I pick up a lot of rabbits. This is the year of the rabbit for the calendar, the Chinese calendar, and it's Easter. All right, first one is Plush Creations. I picked this brand up a lot. A lot of them were from like the 90s. This was a cute rabbit with a little, its body is an outfit. This one sold for $40. And if you see right here next to the 40, you don't see where I have put positive feedback. So positive feedback was not left. All right, I wanted to pick one of these Peeps. I pick up a lot of Peeps and I make bundles with them when I'm listing them. But this is one of the larger 38-inch plush. I don't like picking up large plush, but I pick up a lot of large plush. This one was from 2022. It was a rainbow bunny. It sold for $40. Now, there were tons of new Peeps listed, but I was trying to stick with just used. Hansa. I love that brand. I never find that brand. This is a jackrabbit lot. It sold for $45. Attico. I pick this brand up quite often. To me, it's of the same quality as like Kelly Toy. This was a cute multicolored tie-dye rabbit. It sold for $48.75, and the buyer did leave positive feedback. JCPenney. I find a lot of JCPenney also. A lot of bears usually. But this was a cute bunny rabbit by Golden Bear Company. 25 inches. It sold for $49.97. Toys R Us. Another great brand to be looking for. A lot of these rabbits are on the larger size. This one is 33 inch. It sold for $49.99. Dollcraft. I like picking up this brand, but it is kind of like the carnival style. It is stuffed where the plush is very rigid. This one was 28 inches. It sold for $49.99. This is a Hopalong Hobster plush bunny. Now, I have found this a couple of times. This one still had its little book attached. It sold for $50. Hazel Village. I don't think I've ever found this brand before. It says that it's a white flannel bunny. It sold for $50. Hug Fun. I like that brand. To me, it's a nice quality for the most part. Again, this is a large plush, 35 inches tall, yellow chick. It sold for $50. Play School Nosy Bears. I love finding them. I very seldom do, but it's such a fun find because there's different animals, but they all have this little plastic, almost like a water globe type nose. And when you squeeze their bellies, whatever's inside of them, if they're functioning properly, it moves around. This one was, you know, an Easter bunny with little ducks in its nose. It sold for $54.95. Another brand. I've probably found this maybe 1 or 2 times in 24 years that I've been doing this. It is 1989 Hallmark Kenner Yum Yums. And this is a cute pink rabbit that has like jelly bean emblems on it, designs. It sold for $55. This is Well Made Toys, another vintage brand I pick up pretty often, I think. This one was from 1994. This bunny rabbit sold for $58. This is Gund. It's one of the little small rattle plush. This one is called Love Me Bunny. Sold for $58.76. I pretty much pick up most Gund. A lot of it's bread and butter, but then again, there's a lot of the older stuff. It says this one was from 1976. Do sell well, and I've got several Gunds to share with you in the higher dollar. This is mine. This is my listing. This is a one of the TB Trading Company. I think they're called like Hoppy Hopsters. I have been finding quite a few of them recently. They're large bunnies, 24 inches. This one is orange. A lot of time on their belly they have a very cute design, and on their feet. Mine sold for $59.80, and it was to a viewer, so thank you so much, Kathy, again. Lambs and Ivy. Love that brand. A lot of them are like nursery themed. Very cute, very soft. This is Gigi, a pink rabbit. She sold for $60. Build-A-Bear. Of course I had to pick a Build-A-Bear. This one says it's vanilla cream fudge bunny rabbit with a cute little Easter dress on. It sold for $60. Floppy Friends by Mervyn's. I have found Mervyn's a couple of times. I remember shopping there when I lived in San Diego, way back when I was in the military. It was a very cool department store. I don't know if they're around. I doubt it. I haven't taken the time to go check. They're definitely not in this area. This pink bunny rabbit, 20 inches, sold for $60. This says it's kids gifts. Let me go see if I can see a tag. I have seen that brand before. Yeah, they did not. Oh, there. Yep, kids gift. Sometimes I think that might be like an Eden type brand, because this definitely does look Eden. But let me go back up to the original picture. Very cute. It looks like the head and the feet are terry cloth. And I always tell you guys, look for the terry cloth plush. This cute little chick dressed up like kind of in a little clown outfit sold for $64.95. Angry Birds with the bunny ears. Angry Bird plush, definitely check the comps. And if you can get a lot of them to put in a lot, they do very well. But there are certain ones that sell for big bucks all by themselves. And I had that in one of my previous brand videos when I did Commonwealth. And I'll try to get Robert to remember to put it down in the comments. But these were just 3 of the characters with bunny ears, sold for $64.97. I had not seen this before. It is called Moon Pals. There were several in different colors, pink, blue, and this purple one. It says that they're weighted, and I tell you guys, when a plush is kind of heavy, definitely use the word weighted, because a lot of parents of children on the spectrum like to have that weighted plush, you know, to give them a sense of stability, that they need that pressure. This Moon Pal sold for $65 and positive feedback was left. Dandy, love that brand. It's just very neat stuff, and there's tons of it out there. Most of it bread and butter, but when it's unique, definitely check the comps. This was just a little lamb. It says Counting Sleep on it. It sold for $69.99. Stife, of course I had to pick a Stife. This is a bunny rabbit. It sold for $70 and positive feedback was left. Be careful though with Stife, because Stife is still currently producing plush, and a lot of times people will pick up one thinking it's a vintage Stife and it's going to be big bucks, and they're not. Some of the more contemporary ones are just regular, $10, $20 plush. This is Jellycat. Of course I had to pick a Jellycat. This one is called Scrumpty Bunny. It sold for $70. Kids 2. It's just a plush, mass-produced in most department stores. But this particular one is Ray Bunny, and it plays You Are My Sunshine. This one was not working. It said no song. It still sold for $72. This is an Easter-themed dog plush. I tell you guys, a lot of times, especially if the plush looks like a real brand, a real breed, definitely check the comps on this one. They say Shar-Pei. To me, it really looks like a bulldog, but I'm terrible when it comes to deciding which breed some of the animals are. But this particular one sold for $80. Molly. This is from the Big Comfy Couch TV series back in the 90s. This is Molly with the Easter Bunny outfit on. She sold for $80 and the buyer left positive feedback. Getting into some of the big bucks. Here's another Jellycat plush. Just had to pick it. It's Dutch Bunny Rabbit. Sold for $84.99. Positive feedback. Stife. Here's another very cute one. There was this seller had like 3 of these, and they were, I think all of them were auctioned. This one sold for $85. It was just this cute little rabbit. It says hide a gift, so I'm assuming you could put something inside of it. Very intriguing. I would have picked something up like that, but just because it's so unique anyway. Dandy. This again is a very large plush, 40 inches. Chenille. A lot of times if you see these plush that have like texture to them like this one does, definitely check the comps on them. This one sold for $89.95. Eden. This is a baby ducky plush. Very cute. $99.99. Another dandy. This was a large pink bunny rabbit with the cute little outfit on. Sold for $100. Dandy. There were tons of Squishmallows on here. Tons like this. This is Claire the cow. I'm guessing maybe it was part of an Easter series, or does most people just go ahead and put Easter as the holiday that it's most associated with. These are called stackables. They're not the big round ones. They're more like a cylinder shape. Definitely, if you find any Squishmallow in that shape, definitely check the comps. I made a big mistake on one of mine. I had never heard of stackables. I just thought mine was misshaped when I listed a cow. The cow seemed to do the best. Any of the cows. And I listed it the last minute for like $80 and it sold immediately. Of course. It was probably worth over $200. It's all right. I had pennies in it, so somebody got a really good deal. But this one sold for $100. She is Claire the cow. I think mine was Connor the cow. But there were so many Squishmallows on here. Gunned. And not all of the high dollar plush, as you can see, are the rubber faced ones. Now I do have a few examples of them, but anytime you find gunned, definitely check the comps. But any of these older ones tend to do really well. This dressed up Mr. Rabbit sold for $101 with positive feedback. This, I just don't know if this was a fluke. There were none other solds for it, but this is one of the little small clip-on plush. It's a cute little purple lamb. This one sold for $110. Now I will state that there was no feedback left. There was no feedback left. So, you know, just keep that in mind if you were to go ahead and find one of these. I think I would definitely pick it up, you know, even if it's not worth this much. Obviously, there was some value to it to somebody, and you might get lucky and find that same collector again. But $110 for a clip-on Squishmallow. These are standing dandy rabbits. I think, you know, they've got the, like, probably a wooden base to them. These were 26 inches. There were two of them, a boy and a girl. They sold for $116.99. Here's another vintage rabbit. Most people might just look over these because they're not overly cute, but they are very collectible. This one had the wired ears, and it says it does have a music box inside of it, but just kind of plain. Sold for $118 with positive feedback. Now this, I think, sold for this much because it did have its original tags. They did list it as used. These are the thermal weave Fisher Price, yay, plush. I have one of the bears over here. They're called cozies, and it's spelled C-O-Z-I-E, but a lot of times definitely use thermal waffle weave also in your title. They're from the 90s. This one sold for $120. Again, look at this rabbit. Has just the kind of felt eyes on it. It did have another little small one next to it, but I do think the star of this listing is the tall rabbit there. It is by Columbia Toy. They have it dated as 1956. It sold for $130 with positive feedback. Another gunned plush. Most people who think of the rubber-faced animals think that most of them are Rushton, but there are a lot that are gunned, and a lot of times they also have the word Swedlin, S-W-E-D-L-I-N. I think they're cuter than a lot of some of the other rubber-faced ones. This rabbit in just a cute little dress with the design on its ears, $150. And I had to pick another one. Of course, this is another rabbit. Cute little outfit on it, $195. I think the person who sold these two listings was the same seller, and they found them at an estate sale based on their little notes up there. Can you imagine? I would be thrilled. Now this is a vintage Gloria rubber-faced bunny. I found one at the Nashville Bins. Mine hasn't sold yet, and mine has some condition issues. A lot of the little hair things right here were broken off. But this one from the 50s, they have the word creepy in there. They kind of are creepy. This one sold for $229.99. So definitely keep your eyes out for this rabbit. And it came in, mine's like a tan colored, and I think I saw another one in a different color. All right, Marina the cow. This is a Hug Me Squishmallow. Squishmallows, cows, keep that in mind. This one sold for $250 with positive feedback. All right, and then I went in and I picked a couple of examples of the higher or highest dollar Rushtons and Stifes, just to share with you. This one is a Rushton Star Creation rubber-faced rabbit in cute overalls, sold for $600 with positive feedback. I only chose ones that had feedback left for them. And then this was a mohair Stife bunny rabbit. As you can tell, not in the greatest condition. You know, it kind of just seems dingy a little. This one sold for $950. I need to find one of these, y'all. And then this was the highest selling Rushton currently in the 90 days, which is the only ones that I can pull up to show you guys. This is, again, another Star Creation. Look at that face. Just absolutely adorable. But it sold for $2,295 with feedback. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I enjoy putting these videos together. eBay wasn't working right this morning, y'all. I had several things that sold that I couldn't find on Terapeak, but I could find through the listing, through the buyers sold. So it was odd. I think there's still some issues going on here, but fun video. All right, y'all, I got to get to work. I haven't done my shipping yet. Bye.